I understand. Okay, fully understood that finance is your final class for the whole day. Okay, so I will go straight away to the subject. So if you have questions, so stop, please stop me or please interrupt if because I'm not going to ask many times because I understand and I understood that you are having a very lengthy class for today's session. So I will go straight away. If you have question, then please ask. Okay, so we are going to discuss on capital budgeting. So basically, capital budgeting is a tool, is a technique for a company, for a finance person or finance folk or finance executive in the company to evaluate a particular project. Okay, especially if you have several projects to be considered. So because resources are limited, resources are scarce, so it must be mobilized, must be used effectively and efficiently. So because of that, let's say if you have three projects, maybe the company is unable to, you know, to involve in the three projects at the same time. Okay, so they need to choose. So capital budgeting with its tools or techniques will help the company to choose based on company's preference. So it involves more on long-term financial investment decisions and it's concerned or more relevant for long-term project or investment opportunity and also the fixed asset. Okay, so here you will have mutual exclusive and also independent investment judgment or mutual exclusive investment judgment or independent investment judgment. Means that from the result of your capital budgeting, so you can either decide based on mutual exclusive. Mutual exclusive, basically you choose the best. Normally for mutual exclusive is you comparing between two or more than two projects. So you want to choose. Independent investment is by actually looking at the general picture and then you suggest or you summarize that this is acceptable in general. Okay, for example, if you remember we are discussing on ratio and we mentioned that let's say the company liquidity ratio is 1.2. So we know for ratio which is positive is preferred and ratio which is more than one is means uh, is looked after, is sought after. So in other words, positive ratio is preferred and also more than one is um, showing better performance. So same here, okay? So it has some general criteria, okay? But mutual exclusive, you are actually comparing with another project and you choose the best. And for the capital budgeting, you will have uh, two categories of techniques. One is non-discounted cash flow. This is does not look in terms of time value of money, does not consider time value of money. Whereby the other one, discounted cash flow, it consider look on the time value of money consideration. Okay, the first one is payback period. Okay, so payback period is a technique, one of the techniques in capital budgeting, and the intention is to find the length of time, to find the shorter length of time to cover the cost. Okay, so for payback period, objective is to find the shorter period of time to cover the cost. So if you have two projects, then you will choose project that give shorter payback period. Okay, so shorter payback period here means you or the company will be able to cover the cost in a shorter period of time. It looks here at the example. So project A and project B. Okay, so here you have two projects. And how long for the duration of the project? 3 years. 3 years. Total inflow is the income received. Initial outlay is the investment. Sometimes it's called initial outlay, sometimes it's called investment cost. Okay, so investment outlay for the two projects are similar, 4,000. Okay, so you want to choose, or company wants to choose which one is preferred. and company is using payback period to assess the projects. So for project A is annuity. Annuity means every year the amount is similar. Okay, and project B is mixed income or uneven cash income. 1,500, 500, 4,500. Okay, so it is mixed. So for project A, based on naked eyes, kalau you tengok je dengan mata kasar, then you will see that on the second year, company will be able to cover the cost, which is 4,000. Okay, so first year 2,000, second year 2,000, so 4,000. So 4,000. Second year, cover the cost. Or you can use the formula as shown in the previous slide. So 4,000 is the initial outlay, it's the cost, divide with the income, 2,000. So 2 years. So in 2 years, company can cover the cost. Whereby for project B, you need to add up. You need to add up until you find the total amount of initial outlay. Okay, if you cannot find total amount, means that if you have extra means you have profit. So kalau you ada profit, that is not counted, it's not considered. So means that in payback period, profit should be excluded. Profit kena dikeluarkan. So if you look here for project B, first year plus second year is already 2,000, cost is 4,000. Okay, so in the third year, you actually cover the cost plus profit. So that's why you need to do like this example. So 2 years here, 2 years here means that the whole amount here will be used to cover the whole amount here will be used to cover the cost. So total for 2,000 is total for 2 years is 2,000. Okay, total for 2 years is 2,000. Okay, here is the initial outlay. Okay, here is the remaining amount. Okay, the 4,500 is the remaining amount plus profit. So 2 years plus 4,000 initial outlay minus amount that you or the company have covered as indicated here. So 2 years is equal to 2,000. Okay, divide over the year that the company will use part of the fund. So in the third year, company will not use uh, the whole 4,500 because that including profit. So company will use some of it. So that's why you divide with 4.5 thousand, and then you will get 2.44 years. Okay, you will get 2.44 years. So based on payback period, it shows here project A is preferred because it gives the shorter payback period of time. Okay, any question? And you need to know the advantages and disadvantages of each technique. So for payback period, the advantages is it's easy to calculate and it measures liquidity. It means that you know how fast can the company recover the cost. Disadvantages, it ignore or it does not consider time value of money, and in general it favors or maybe um, has preference for the short-term project. Okay, because short-term project normally or logically will cover or will complete faster. So that's why it in general cover the short-term projects. Any questions so far? Okay. If you don't have questions, so I will be very quick. Okay. So you need to do this later on. Okay. I'm not going to wait. Okay. So If you refer to past semester exam question, FIN 420, December 2016, question 4B. Okay, FIN 420, December 2016, question 4B. Okay? So if you look here, okay, here given initial outlay 100,000. 100,000 is the initial outlay or the cost for agro project. 100,000 also cost for aqua project. Okay, so year one for agro project, so this is the amount. So by looking at this, you know that it has, mixed income. So this is mixed income stream or uneven cash income. Whereby for aqua project, every year you have the same amount. So this is the annuity. Okay, annuity. For example, if you're renting a house, some of you, if you rent a house, so that is annuity. Okay, because every month you pay the same amount. Okay, calculate the payback period for both projects. Okay, so we can do it now. But I have assist you. Okay, I know you have a very long day of classes, so you should do later on. Okay, but for now, if you look here for aqua project, okay, refer to the example. This is the example, and you have the slide I've shared with you. Okay, so you can look at the example here. Okay, so based on this project, so let's do project aqua first, okay, because it is annuity, so annuity is quite straightforward, easier. So you have the amount, cost is 100,000, so 100,000 cost divide with the income. Income is 28,000. Okay, every year we receive 28,000, so you will get answer 3.57 year. Okay, so these exercises I've done with your friend from other classes just now. So these are the answer that we had discussed. So in your case, I think you should try it later, because if I ask you to do, I think based on previous experience, I think you are seems very fatigued, kan? So you should do it or try it later on. So 100,000 here, divide with the income. Every year 28,000. So you will get 3.57 years. So means that this project will cover the cost within 3.57 year. Actually, 2 is 3 years, okay? 0.57 though, you can get a rough estimation of the month. Okay? 0.57 you time with 12, so it's between month of June to July. Okay? So between 3 months, 3 years, 6 months to 7 months. Okay, the company will be able to cover the cost 6.8 tu. So means that dalam bulan ke-6 atau ke-7. Okay, and then for agro project, same like here. Okay, so for agro project, you need to count for each year until you almost or nearly able to find the total initial outlay. So initial outlay is 100,000. So if you add up first year plus second year plus the third year plus the fourth year, then you will only get 91,000. So means that you will need some portion from the fifth year, to cover the cost of 100,000. So that's why 4 years here, because 4 years, because all income from the first year until 4 year will be nearly complete or cover the initial outlay. but it's not yet 100%. It's not enough. So that's why 4 plus 100,000 initial outlay minus the amount of the 4 years, 91,000, divide over amount of the fifth year. Why the fifth year? Because fifth year is the year that the company will take some portion from that. Then you will get 4.39 years. Okay, so I hope you do it while I'm explaining. You do it, you bring out your calculator, you refer to the question and try to do it. Okay, so 4.39 years. So I give you another scenario, another situation. Okay, so let's say for the agro project, for example, let's say for the agro project, first year 50,000, second year 50,000, and then the third year, let's say the amount is, as what you can see, 23,000 for the rest of 3 years. So basically, first year plus second year, you already got 100,000. So should you add up with the third year? No, you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to. Okay.
So guna annuity je.
Yeah. Sorry, what's your question?
Formula tu so I kena guna uneven ke annuity juga?
Oh, you gonna if it is uneven, you gonna uneven. Okay. Let's say macam begitu. Let's say sini 50, 50 and then 23, 23, 22. Okay. So that means it is uneven. If you have one amount is different, so that's considered as uneven. Okay. So masa saya nak bagi contoh dekat sini, you do not need to calculate until the whole of the period. Tak perlu. What you need to do is that the year that you are going to cover the cost. If on the second year or on the third year you already cover the cost, then you don't have to consider the other years. So that one considered as bonus because that year considered as fully profit for the company. Okay. So you just look at the year until the company able to cover the cost. Okay, let's look here another example. I hope you try later on. Okay, this is from April 2009, FIN 262, question 3. So if you look here, there are 3 projects. Okay, supermarket A, supermarket B, supermarket C. So company wants to invest in, opening up supermarket. So investment outlay or initial outlay cost 360,000. So if you look here, then you notice supermarket A, this is uneven cash income. B, annuity. C, same, uneven. So what you need to do, you need to you need to categorize first. Okay, so let's say for payback period, let's say we do payback period B dulu because that is straightforward. So for B, 360,000, the cost, then you straight away divide with the income, 120,000. So you know in 3 years, company will cover the cost. 3 years, company cover the cost, 360,000. For supermarket A and C, so that is A and C, that is the uneven. So here, so if you look here, first year 144,000 plus second year 144, then you get then you get 288,000 plus amount in the third year 96,000. Actually, you have more. You have more. First plus second plus third. If you plus third, then you have more. Means that you will also include the profit. So because of that, you stop at 2 here. So 2 years. So 2 years, maksudnya 2 years ni is the full amount that will be used for or to get the to cover for the initial outlay. So 2 years. So 2 plus so 2 so amount is amount. Okay, so this is 2 years. So amount of the 2 year here is represented by 288. 288,000 ni is amount of the 2 years. So initial outlay, the cost 360,000 minus 288. Okay, minus 288,000 divide with the amount of in the third year. Because in the third year, company won't take all to cover the cost. Company just want to take some portion, kan remaining balance tu. So that's why you divide over 96,000 and you will get 2.75 years. Okay, I hope you bring up your calculator and you do it now. Okay, because I'm not going to give you time to do it, kan? Sebab last time pun suruh you buat pun I nampak macam it's not very encouraging. So I will be straightforward. So while I'm explaining, you should have your calculator. I'm not going to give you 5 minutes, 2 minutes, because I mentioned earlier, kan? Because you are tired, isn't it? Okay, for PPC, payback period C. Okay, for payback period C, if you look, okay, this is also uneven or mixed income. So if you add up, then you will notice that in the third year, you almost cover 360,000, almost cover the cost. If you plus with the fourth year, you will including the profit. Okay, so the situation same with supermarket A. It's just that supermarket A, the income slightly higher in the early period. Okay, in the early years too slightly higher. The third year too is getting slightly lower. This one, it is gradually increasing. Okay, so if you look here, in the third year, the company almost covered the cost, which is 342,000. Okay, 342,000. So 3 years plus, okay, should have bracket here. So 360,000, the initial outlay investment cost, minus 342,000. 342,000 is the amount of the third year. So you divide with the amount of the fourth year, amount pada tahun keempat, because you will take some portion of it. And you will get 3.11 years. So based on this, we can see that payback period A, supermarket A will give shorter payback period. Dalam masa 2.75 tahun, 2.75 years, company will be able to cover the cost. Okay, so if based on payback period technique, we will choose supermarket A. Any question? Right. So next, we will discuss on the NPV. So for the NPV, you need to refer to the factor table. So factor table you can get from your reference book, if your reference book have it, or you can have it from final semester exam paper. If you look at the final semester exam paper, so normally we will use question FIN 262 April 2009 or December 2016 kan. If you look final exam paper December 2016, kat hujung tu, at the end of the paper, then we will see that you can find the factor table. Okay, so for NPV you need to refer to this factor table ni. Ni factor table ni. Okay, this one. Okay, ni, this is the factor table. Okay, so for factor table here, the left side showing you the year, tahun, period, and the upper side, or on top of that, it shows you the percentage. In the middle of it, that is your factor. Okay, so for another technique, okay, which is known as NPV. NPV means net present value. So for net present value, you will be using the factor table. And for NPV, positive is preferred and greater NPV is also preferred, or required. Okay, the same example. Okay, project A. So as I mentioned just now, project A is annuity every year, same amount. Project B is uneven or mixed income. So PVIFA. Okay, so we take a break for 3 minutes. I can hear Azan at my place. So we take a break for 3 minutes and we'll continue straight away after that. All right, so let's continue. Okay, for NPV, you need to refer to the factor table. Okay, so this is the factor table. So NPV, okay, as the name implies, nama dia pun NPV, net present value. So you are going to refer to the net present value table. So example here, so we look at project A first because project A here is the annuity. Okay, so the project A. So PVIFA, okay, 10%, 10% ini given the question, okay. So 10% given, so 10%, 3 years, okay, 3 here is 3 years, 1, 2, 3, okay, so 3 here is the whole period of the project, okay. For payback period tu, you tak ambil the whole period, okay, payback period you ambil the amount, the period that can cover the amount of initial outlay. That is for payback period. But for NPV, you will take the whole period. Kalau period dia 10 years, 10 years. Kalau period dia 20 years, 20 years. Okay, so in this case, the period is 3 years. So NPVA, PVIFA 10%, 3. So 10% 3, if you look, sorry. So 10% here, if you look at the factor table and present value interest factor annuity, okay, this one. So 10%, 3 years. Okay, so this is 3 years. So this is 10%. So 10%, 3 years. Factor dia ialah 2.4869. 2.4869. So same 2.4869. Okay, factor dia ialah 2.4869. So 2.4869. Okay, this one you get from the factor table. 10%, 3 years. 2.4869 times 2,000. 2,000 is the income of every year minus initial outlay minus cost. So in this example, project A is 973 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, so this is the profit for project A, 973.80 ringgit. For project B, okay, for project B, this is annuity, but not, sorry, for project B, this is present value, but it's not annuity, okay? So project B is present value, but it is not annuity. Annuity is only for project A, sebab every year amount is similar, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. For project B, every year amount is different, uneven. So for present value project B, so same but slightly different. So amount, the income, 1,500 times with the factor. Factor of what? Factor of 10% first year, 10% second year, plus income times 10% third year. Okay, if you look at the table, you are going to refer to different table, bukan annuity. Refer to the present value interest factor table. Okay, simple present value interest factor table. So if you look here, 10% first year, 0.9091. Okay, so income, let's say 500 times 0.9091 plus income 1000 times 0.26, 0.8264 plus income third year times 0.7513. Okay, and then minus with initial outlay. And in this example, the profit is RM 1,157 ringgit 70 cent. Okay, so that is the income for NPV, net present value B. Okay, net present value A, which is annuity, is 973.80. So based on this, you will choose NPV B. You will choose project B because project B give you higher profit. Okay, for independent judgment, you can accept both because both are positive. But for mutual exclusive, you choose the highest. Any question? Roland? If you don't have question, I'll show you this example. Okay, you try later on. Now make sure you try. If you don't try, I don't think you will understand. So you have to try. So FIN 420, December 2016, question 4B. So find the net present value. Okay. Ni question 2 ni. Given the cost of capital 12%, calculate the net present value NPV for both projects. So project Aqua, this is NPV annuity. For B, this is a normal NPV, ordinary NPV. So for Aqua, okay, NPV Aqua, income is 28,000 times with factor berapa? 12%, 5 years, annuity, okay? So go to annuity, okay? This is annuity table, 5 years, 12%. Okay, 5 year 12% is 36048, 3.6048. Okay, so 28,000 times 3.6048 minus with the cost initial outlay 100,000, so you get 934 ringgit 40 cents. So this is the profit of NPV Aqua. For NPV Agro project, so this is uneven, so you need to add up each one by one. So NPV 25,000, okay, for the first year, income for the first year 25,000 plus 12% first year. You tengoklah factor berapa. Okay, but different table, it's not annuity table. Simple present value. Okay, 12% first year 0.8929, 12% second year 7972. So 12% first year, 12% second year, okay, plus with the income 20,000, plus income third year 23,000, factor dia third year, factor for third year 12%, 7.118, okay, so third year 7.118 plus 23,000, 24%, 12% fourth year, carilah factor dia, plus 23,000, 12% fifth year. So 12% fifth year, 5674, 5674. Okay, so you add up, find the total minus 100,000, and you get negative. For this project, you get negative 17,965 ringgit 50 cent. So this is negative, rugi. So for project, for NPV, choose project Aqua because it gives you profit 934.40. For another example, April 2009, FIN 262 question 3. April 2009, FIN 262 question 3. NPVA. Okay, so this is the amount. Okay, NPVA, A is uneven. Okay, so you can add up. Berapa dia punya percentage? 12%, similar. Okay, so 144,000. Okay, income for the first year 144,000 times with the factor 0.86 0.8929 plus income for the second year 144,000 factor 0.7972 plus 96,000 factor 0.7118 plus 96,000 0.6355. Okay, so the income for the whole period minus cost 360,000. Cost, initial outlay, initial investment 360,000. So income 12,715.20 cent. NPV for B. So this is annuity. So B every year similar 120,000. So 120,000 here times with the factor of annuity for 4 years, for the 4 years, which is 3.0373. Okay, you look here. Okay, 12% and okay, 12% and 40 years kan. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.0373. Okay, so 3.0373. Okay, so 120,000 income times the factor minus cost 26,000, so profit 4,476. And PVC, so project C is uneven, sama juga, so 12%. 12% percentage, factor dia sama. Okay, sama dengan factor ni. Cuma income dia berbeza. Factor dia sama. Okay. So 96,000 times with factor for the first year, factor second year, third year, fourth year. Minus cost 96,000, profit 16,808.40 cent. So you will choose NPV-C. Choose project C for NPV because it gives higher profit. Any questions so far? Ada soalan? Okay, if there's no question, I'll proceed. So the other one here is, this is another technique. Okay, so the first technique is payback period. Second technique is NPV, net present value. Another technique, and the third one is profitability index, PI. Okay, so for PI, this is an extension from the NPV, from the net present value method. Okay, so basically, if you look here, this is an example. Okay, example for this topic. Okay, so project A, okay, I think you still remember income there. Project A is annuity, income is 2,000. Okay, 2,000 times with the factor of annuity, present value annuity, 10%, 3 years, divide 4,000. Kalau NPV, if for NPV, you minus, okay, you find the factor, you times with income, then you minus. For profitability index, you divide. You want to find the index, the ratio. So here, in this example, you divide. So your index is 1.2 years. For project B, similar. You times income with the factor. And then total, then you divide. Okay, here you divide with 4,000 initial outlay. So you dapat 1.29 years. So what you're going to choose, you will choose project B because it gives you uh, index which is more than 1, positive and more than 1. Okay, in general, project A and project B can be accepted. Okay, because both give you positive index, but project B give you higher index ratio. Yes, any question? Okay, if there's no question, I show you example. So in this case, for this particular past semester exam question, there is no indicator, and there's no question asking for PI. But I just give you some simulation, some scenario. Okay, example, profitability index for aqua and agro. Okay, so if you find um, the sum up of factor, okay, that you have done here, that you have done in NPV ni, okay, and then you divide with 100,000, okay, so you will get PI or the index 1.00, okay, and for agro, you sum up the total factor of income, okay, this one, okay, here minus, tapi you divide, okay, you divide, and you will get PI 8 PI 0.82. Okay, you will get PI 0.82. So if you compare which one is you going to choose, you will choose PI Agro because it gives you PI which is 1, okay, and also positive. Okay, PI which is higher than PI agro. You have any question for this? Soalan? Any question? Okay, in that case, I think you understand. Eh? Or maybe you can follow. Understand tu I'm not so sure lah. Kan? Understand tu I kena bagi you test, then only I can assess whether you understand or not. But I'm assuming you can follow. So the other one, so this is another technique, which is internal rate of return. This is the last technique. So this is slightly challenging in the sense that you need to follow the required step. Okay, so we are referring to project A. We are referring to project A as annuity. Okay, so here what you need to do, okay, you need to find the percentage rate of return. If you remember NPV, they have given you the percentage. They have given you percentage return, what are you going to earn, and then you have the period, the length of period, okay, jumlah tahun, and then you find uh, the different with costs, and then you know whether you get profit or you will be facing losses. But for internal rate of return, you need to find the rate, the percentage. Okay, so let's say for this particular example, the initial outlay, you remember just now, initial outlay is 4,000. Okay, project A is annuity, so initial outlay is 4,000. So income for every year is 2,000. PVIFA, present value interest factor annuity, internal rate of return. So this is the thing that you need to find, the percentage. Period there, the length is 3 years. Okay, so 4 divided by 2, then you will get 2. Okay, so the 2 here is actually representing a factor. Ni dia represent factor. Factor yang apa? Apa tu factor? What kind of factor? This is the factor as in your table factor. Okay, so the second step, you need to arrange. Okay, so 2 here means 2.000. So that's the factor, as I mentioned just now. This is the factor. So you need to arrange. You need to find factor that before 2.00 and factor that is after 2.00. So based on the table, if you look at the table, if you arrange, if you look at it, then you will notice, you will find, and you will come across 2.00. This factor is actually between 1.9813 and also 2.0422. So this factor is in the middle of 1.9813 and 2.0422. So 2.0422 is actually 22%. So 22%, 2.0422. Okay. 1.9813 factor is 24%. And in the middle is the IRR, percentage that you need to find, IRR. And the factor is 2.000. Okay. So second step, we need to arrange in the form of this. The third step, so this one, the highest percentage here, sorry, the lowest percentage here, 22%, okay, this percentage is having the biggest factor, okay? So 22% plus, this is the biggest factor, the highest factor. So the biggest factor here, 2.0422 minus the middle factor, and then divide with the lowest factor. So 2.0422 is the highest factor, minus with 2.00. This is the middle factor. Divide over the highest factor minus with the lowest factor. This is the lowest factor. Times with the difference between 24% minus 22%. Find the difference between the biggest percentage and the lowest percentage. So for this particular question, the answer is 23.4%. Any question? Ada soalan?
Rasa yang 20% tu apa?
Mungkin dekat sikit dengan mic, tak dengar.
Yang dia bagi 20% tu untuk apa?
20%? This one?
Dekat exam. Yang ni 20 refer
Mana
to
mana 20%? Dia ada, oh ni. Ni maksud you? Okay. So, nak gerak pula punya contoh ni. Alright. So here, it means kalau you cari, sebab you kena, okay, you akan dapat dua kat sini. So this is a factor, okay. So factor ni you need to arrange. You have to arrange, you kena susun. So factor ni you akan dapat, dia ialah di antara 20% dengan 24%. Okay. Maksudnya dia di tengah-tengah. Tapi you kena cari yang betul-betul bersebelahan dengan dia. Betul tak? Kalau you katakan, okay, katakanlah 2.00, you boleh kata dia ni 20%. You boleh gantikan 22% ni dengan 20%. But that is not accurate. Dia tak tepat. So you kena cari faktor yang terhampir. Faham? So yang terhampir here is 22 and 24. Kalau 20% dia jauh. You boleh je cakap 15%. 15% pun dia di antara juga. Tapi it's very far. Kan? The range tu very far. So you need to narrow down the range. Make it smaller. So that's why it is between 22 and 24. Okay.
Saya dapat 22 tu.
22 you kena tengok daripada table. Okay. Tapi for this particular example, table yang ada dekat you punya exam paper tu, dia tak cukup. Kalau you ada buku reference book yang ada factor table, I rasa you akan dapat tengok benda ni. You akan nampak. Okay?
Factor table lah.
Okay, never mind. You try buat example ni. You buat sekali. Okay? Sebab tak banyak soalan yang minta buat IRR ni. Okay, you tengok ni. April 2009, FRN 420. Okay, refer to this question. April 2009, FRN 420. Question 7.3.
Alright.
Okay, cuba you buat question 3 ni. You nak I bagi masa you buat ke you nak I terus explain?
Saya explain.
You nak terus explain? Okay, never mind. That's not a problem. Okay. Okay, you look here. So dia minta here for deluxe. Okay, project deluxe. Okay. So deluxe is an annuity. Okay. Betul tak? Annuity kan? Sebab every year sama. Okay, kalau you tengok sini 0 year, you jangan become panic sebab tiba-tiba what is 0 year. So 0 year here means 0 year and then this is the amount here. Amount here means cost. Ni cost ni. Bukanlah 0 year tu dia negative income. Bukan. This is 0 year, this is the cost. Initial outlay. Okay. So you punya period from 1st until 5th ni. Okay. So this one, okay, this one I've discussed with your friend in previous class tu. Okay, so sama macam tadi. Okay, sama. Okay, ada letak dah contoh kat sini. Okay. So you need to find the factor. Find the factor is the initial outlay divided with income. So initial outlay divided with income, then you get the factor, which is 3.2308. Okay, this is you get when you divide income and also initial outlay and also income. Okay. So factor 3.2308. So kalau you arrange ni, now you refer to the table. 3.2308. So this is annuity. So refer to annuity table. Find 3.2308. 3.2308. Yep, let's find together. Okay. Okay, annuity 3.2308 kan? Sini kan? Betul tak? Dia 5 years.
Saya tak nampak show apa.
Sebab tu you kena ada table you sendiri. Okay. Alright, this is 5 years. Okay. Ini 5 years. So you kena cari 3.2308. Itulah nampak besar sangat. Nampak. Kalau you ada table you tu lagi bagus. Kalau you ada soalan pas masa exam paper, you refer from there. Okay, 5 years. Carilah 3.2308. You know, the nearest factor. So you dapat dekat sini. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3.2308 kan? Ada kat sini lah. Sebab sini 3.1993. 3.2. Dia 3.23 kan? So dia dekat sini. Saya highlight. I snip. Nampak tak? So dia dekat sini. Okay. Boleh nampak? Clear?
Oh, okay, nampak.
Nampak? Dia dekat sini. Okay? Dia dekat sini.
Itu.
Okay lah, copy. Letak dekat sini.
Finally.
Okay, so 16% to 3.2743. 17% 3.1993. 3.11993. So IRR factor yang cari ni is here in the middle. Okay, so based on this formula, okay, yang kita dah discuss just now, so 16% will come down here plus, so highest factor minus with the middle factor, divide with the highest factor minus with the lowest factor, time with the difference between percentage 17 and also 16%, which is 1% lah. And you will get 16.58%. Boleh dapat? Okay, any question?
Okay, maksudnya formula dia atas tu highest factors tolak medium factors kan? Lepas tu yang bawah tu highest factors tolak the lowest factors. Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Dia ada 3 step yang you can tahu. This is the first step, second step, third step. And then you will get 16.58%. Okay? So that is the interpolation. Ada sebarang soalan? We are almost nearing the session ni. Sebab I straight away explain kan.
Sorry sir. Yang tadi sir explain NPVA.
Net present value.
Apa different yang NPVA dengan B tu?
Dekat sikit dengan mic tak dengar. Apa different what?
NPVA dengan B tu maksudnya I kira yang untuk A apa, B apa
Ini ke maksud you? This one?
Tapi dia punya tapi cara kira lain
Lain. NPV, ni mesti masuk lambat kelas kan. So NPVA ni, NPV means net present value. Okay, I refer back. So basically kita dah settle IRR tu. So now Flashback.
Okay.
Okay, first period, payback period. Okay, NPV itu net present value. Okay, so NPVA ni dia bukan NPVA sebenarnya. Suka hati je lah nak panggil dia apa. NPV tu sebenarnya yang dia punya keyword. NPV is net present value. A ni is the project. Project A, project B. You boleh panggil NPV agro or NPV DBX ke, NPV triple X ke, NPV YY ke. Okay, there's no problem. Cuma here NPVA, okay, kita panggil lah NPV project 1. So NPV project 1 here, this is project 1. This is annuity.
Okay.
NPV for project 2, which is project B, NPV project B, this is uneven, mixed income.
Oh
So for
yeah.
mixed income, calculation dia different. For NPV pun different, for annuity, this is annuity. Project 1 ni, project A ni is annuity. So calculation dia also different.
Hmm.
Okay,
Dia
so you
formula
can
dia.
refer to different table. Kalau annuity, refer to present value interest factor annuity table. Yang ni simple present value, so refer to present value interest factor.
Ni yang B tu interest factor.
Yes, yang B ni bukan annuity. Kalau you tengok dekat table ni, you kena table yang bukan annuity. Okay, if you refer,
Oh,
this
okay.
is the table. Nampak sini ditulis. Ini annuity. So yang A tadi tu, project 1, project A, that is annuity. So refer here. Annuity tu maksudnya apa? Setiap tahun amount you sama. Income you sama. You sewa rumah, you bayar berapa? RM1,000. Setiap bulan. Tu annuity lah tu. Okay, this one annuity.
Or
Yang satu lagi is
interest.
present value, simple present value. Ni. Okay, nampak? Dia tak ada tulis annuity kan? So this is the one that you use for project B ataupun project 2 tadi tu.
Okay.
Boleh follow?
Present value.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so I proceed. Okay, we are still in the IRR. Okay, bila you nampak IRR ni means that you need to do interpolation. Interpolation tu mana? This one is interpolation. Yang tadi kita discuss yang 16%, 17%. Okay, this is for annuity project. Annuity project dia simple. Bukanlah simple, it's straightforward. Yes. Okay, another one is you need to find IRR for mix. Okay, I don't have example. Okay, or I only have example in the slide. I don't have example in terms of past semester exam paper. If I have, I'll share in a future forum. Okay, so but I'm going to explain how to do for the mixed income. Why I do not have the example? Because this question I think for quite some time dah lama dah it's not being asked. Okay, so that's why it's not kind of easy to find for this example. Contoh dia macam it's not popular lah, but nevertheless you need to know because it might be tested. Anyway, for mixed income, okay, mixed income means that it's not annuity. Annuity every year same amount. Mixed income, the amount for whole period in every year is not similar. It is different. Okay, mixed stream of income. So sama juga, you kena first you ada step 1. Step 1, you need to add up all the additional income. You kena find the average, average income. So refer back to this example, okay? Ini example dia. So now we are looking at project B, IRR for project B. Project B ni is mix, okay? So 1,500, 500, 4,005. Ini income dia. First year, second year, third year. So this is the income for the first year, 1,005. And the income for the second year, 500. Income for the third year, 4,500. Divide with the period. Period dia 3 years. So the punya average, the average is 2 4,166 ringgit 67 cents. So this is the average. And then on the second part, you need to find the factor, right? So when you do, after you get the average, then we are also be using the annuity as well. Okay, ingat, pada asalnya in the beginning, this is not annuity. In the beginning, project B is not annuity. Project B is mixed income or uneven income. Okay, income yang tak genap, mixed income, varies income. Okay, then you find the average. Once you get the average, then you will find the factor. Find the factor. When you find the factor, then you will be using the annuity. Why? Because you divide dengan average. Okay, so 4,000 is the initial outlay. 4,000 is the cost. Ni cost dia, 4,000. Divide with the, this is the factor. So the factor is, after you divide, then the factor is 1.8462. And then you arrange. Okay. Ini example, factor dia between 28 and 32%. Ni contoh. Okay, between 28 and 32%. So factor before factor before 18462, factor before this is 1.7663. Factor selepas ni, after 1.8462 ni, factor after you punya benchmark ni is 1.8684. And then you need to do the adjustment. Okay, that's why I said this is slightly challenging, because you need to do trial and error. Okay, so you do the trial and error between 24% to 32% ni, you cari. Okay, so let's say, katakan, okay, trial and error kan, so memang dia memang banyak if, katakan, if, okay, if you are using 24%, okay, so present value, find the present value balik. So this is the income, 1,500. Yang ni bukan annuity. Annuity is in the second step here. Annuity is in the second step here. Bila you buat this trial, you guna present value interest factor simple tu, ordinary present value interest factor. So find the factor 24% for the first year, 24% for the second year, 24% for the third year. Okay, you find the total amount, and then you get 3,865 ringgit 20 cent. Okay, and then you try 20% pula. Remember, this is trial kan, so if, so ni contoh, so dia tak ada try banyak kali, dia try sekali terus dapat jawapan kan. So in this example, in your case, your workings might be longer. Okay, but what I want to emphasize here, what I want to convey to you, I want to inform you is that you need to do trial to find the closest number as close as possible. Okay, and then you do another one. Sebab you nak cari range. Okay, you kena cari range tu macam tadi, range. So in this one you try 20%. 20% you same thing. Okay, this is the amount for the first year, time with the 20%, and then for the first year find the factor. Second year find the factor. Third year income times with the factor, and then you dapat 4,201 ringgit 30 sen. Okay, so you punya factor tadi berapa? You punya cost is 4,000 kan? So you susun lah. So bila you dapat ni, so you tahu yang you dah dapat dia punya range. Kenapa? Because this is your IRR. Your IRR is your cost tu. 4,000 ringgit tu tadi yang you punya cost ni. Mana tadi nak tunjuk ni. 4,000 ni dia akan jadi you punya IRR. 20%, this is the income. 24%, this is the income. So this will become your range factor. Your range and your factor. Your range and your factor. So 20%, 4,201.30 cents. 24%, 3,895.20. Okay, and then baru you buat interpolation. 20% comes down here. Highest factor minus the middle factor. divide highest factor minus the lowest factor times biggest percentage minus with the lowest percentage. And then you get, for this example, you will get 22.63%. Dapat? Any question? This one slightly challenging. Any question?
No.
So I repeat, first you need to find the average. How to get the average? Divide all the income for the particular period and divide with the length. In this time, in this case, 3 years, so divide 3 years. So you dapat the income, the average income. So from the average income, you cari dunia factor. Factor in annuity. Factor dalam annuity. Yang ni bukan annuity, and this is not annuity. But when you get the average and then you divide with initial outlay, then you cari annuity factor dia. Okay? So when you get the annuity factor, kenapa you dapatkan annuity factor? Sebab you nak cari the nearest IRR tu. Okay, and then you pun try lah. Okay, trial and error. This thing memang dipanggil trial and error. Nampak? The trial and error. Okay, so you try at any point, but you need to have a very sensible try lah. Try tu maksudnya kena benda yang sensible lah, yang logic. Okay, so let's say in this case you try between 24 and 20% and you dapat this amount which is in the middle of the initial outlay as a factor. So baru you arrange in this format as usual for IRR, and then you move to the step 4 interpolation and you solve it and you inshallah get the amount, get the answer.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
dia sama je, dia sama macam tadi, cuma dia slightly longer and dia ada some requirement. Okay. Okay, so last but not least, ni saya tunjuk pada you contoh. Okay, so this is the this is the answer from this example. Okay, so this is the tool, capital budgeting tool. Payback period, NPV, IRR, internet rate of return, and also profitability index. So for project A, payback period, kalau you tengok between these two, then the answer is choose project A because project A is shorter payback period. For net present value, the answer is project B because it gives you the higher profit. For internal rate of return, you will choose project A because it gives you higher percentage of return, 23.4%. For profitability index, PI, you will suggest choose project B. Okay, because project B give you higher ratio, 1.29 years. Okay, so what I'm trying to emphasize here, again, I mentioned that you cannot compare PP and NPV or PP with internal rate of return. You cannot compare directly because different tool is for different purpose. Payback period, you want to cover the cost as soon as possible. NPV, you want to know whether the project is profitable or not. Internal rate of return, you want to know the percentage of return for the project, which one is higher. For profitability index, you want to know the ratio, which one is positive, and also more than one. Okay, but basically PI, as I mentioned earlier, PI is the extension, extension version ataupun extended workings from NPV. Kan macam tadi saya tunjuk kan, NPV you find the income times with factor and then you minus with the initial outlay. PI proses sama juga, you times the income with factor and then here you divide with initial outlay. So basically whenever you do NPV, normally you will do the PI as well. Okay, so this is capital budgeting and it helps the company to choose or to evaluate in terms of project which one is profitable, especially if you have more than one project as alternative to be choose. That's all. Do you have any question?
No.
Ada soalan? If not,
Dah
I'll
ada.
stop here. Is there any question with your assignment ke? Ada? Because you're going to submit kan? And remember, the assignment is from individual, combine, because you are doing ratio kan, combine, and then it becomes group, and then you need to do recorded presentation. Okay, so because the previous group they're asking how long will be the duration. So I'm not going to so I'm not going to set the time for the presentation. So you should present the necessary information and must be spot on. It's like that when you are listening to the business news. So they are very spot on when they disclose or inform on the business performance. So it should be at that kind of pace or in term of the length. Okay. Okay. So last call. Is there any question?
So far tak ada.
Okay. I tahu you all very tired kan. Okay, that's fine. But please refer back to the example and please do the necessary. So hopefully by doing that you can understand. And I think share the link of the video with I had with previous class just now. So have a good day. Have a good rest. Thank you very much. And don't forget to sign up for your attendance. Okay.
Alright.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.